That house rundown, it's Wednesday, January, I think 15th, 2020. Lath and foam got done yesterday. That's the extra. So they finished all this. We had sliding doors replaced. The old ones, the glass was distorted, and Milgard's really good about replacing stuff for free. So they got us better sliding doors that are thicker glass that don't have any distortion on them, which is nice. All the rough electric is in, and we'll be calling for inspection Friday. So focus camera, there we go. We got most of the plumbing, fixtures, shower fixtures, all the rough stuff in, and the plumber will be here today or tomorrow to run the trunk line and then everything else that feeds those. So hopefully we can get that same inspection Friday. There's all the stuff we're using. PEX. And there's our propane on-demand or tankless water heater that's going to mount on the outside of that wall. So we didn't have room for a propane, or not a propane, water tank, hot water heater. There it is, water heater, whatever you call them. So we opted for one of those. A little more money, but that's all right. Space is a premium, so that's what you got to do. Rough air conditioning. We're going to be doing mini splits. So we'll have a 3-ton unit in this room. This is the kitchen living room. So we'll have a 3-ton unit there, and the condensing unit's going to sit on the roof. We also have a 1-ton unit that'll sit on the roof in the master as well as the second bedroom. And that will be kind of hidden as you open the door. The head will be up here. And the theory is that it will blow in the room as well as feed part of the bathroom. Since we don't have air conditioning in the bathroom, that was one of our challenges, but we're gonna see how that works. So I put pretty high volume fart fans in just to kind of move some air. If it ever did get warm in here, at least then we could turn those on. I bought the highest volume fan that I could find in order to pull some air from the other room. And I'll probably put a transfer vent. Yeah, it looks like he already did it. So we'll have a transfer vent right there to pull some of the heat out of the bathroom as well. Picked up our tile, got it pretty cheap. Was $3.29 a piece. We got them for $1.31 a piece. So we will have the living room and kitchen, our bathroom, our shower, second bathroom or guest bathroom, and guest shower and laundry will all be that tile, and then the bedrooms will be carpeted. Trying to think of what else. We got cabinets lined up. They're going to come out of Los Angeles. We found a company, I think they're called FM cabinets, like the radio frequency FM. They custom make cabinets, low end to high end, but they're all made out of 3/4 inch plywood, which is nice. They're going to be a shaker style. And a normal cabinet would come up to about right there, actually right below that box. And we opted for a 40-inch cabinet as opposed to a 32-inch cabinet, so that'll bring it up farther since we have 12-foot ceilings. So that will fill a lot of the space in here and give us more storage since we have this tall room. So that was kind of cool, and it was only about $600 more than the Home Depot pressboard garbage cabinets. So there's some of the old sliders that came out. They let us keep those to dispose of. I'm going to make a greenhouse out of them. I have 6 slider panels, which is going to be a pretty awesome greenhouse. But this corner right here, well, I have a fireplace, a wood-burning fireplace, that after inspection, I'm going to set it there, run up there, and we will have a nice wood-burning fireplace in our house for heat. Some people may look at the house and go, man, that's a weird design. Why'd you do it that way? I spent a year coming out here watching the sun, where it comes up, where it sets, and wanted to make a house that was solar passive, when it came to the sun hitting directly on the face of the house. My old house, after about 3 o'clock, from about 3 to 8, would get direct sun, and it was brutal. I mean, it just cooked the house, made the air conditioning work overtime. Focus. So I came up to this lot before we built this house or even started, and took a lot of pictures, referenced where the sun came up, where the sun set, hills, trees, everything else. And that's where I came up with the position that the house sits on this lot is going to be solar passive. We will get morning sun on the east side of the house, but this will have a big pergola that covers this big sliding door and our bedroom window to make it so the sun doesn't hit it. But this face of the house will never get sun any time of the season, which is nice. And then the upper windows on the 12-foot high side, those open, and that will vent any of the heat when the season's nice enough that we're not running air conditioning, and we can draw the cooler air in from these bottom windows down here, which is kind of cool. So those open up like that. And then these top guys, there's a rod that you attach to the little fitting right there and crank it, and those will open, so it'll be sucking cool air in these windows, and the hot air will be escaping there. So it might look different than whatever anybody's built before, but in my weird mind, it worked out. So that's kind of the rundown of our place so far. We've been living in the travel trailer, a 40-foot travel trailer. I guess it's really a 36-foot travel trailer. Been living in that for almost a year and a half now. Summertime was brutal, so we put one of the Mexican 2-ton mini splits on it, and that thing during the summer stayed to about 72 degrees. When it was 120, it was 72 degrees in that thing because the rooftop air conditioner took like 20 some amps and it did not work well. So we got rid of that thing and used the mini split, and it killed it. So, but that's the update on our house. And as soon as we get farther on this, we have insulation lined up. As soon as we pass inspection, the rough utility inspections, insulation is lined up to get in, and then we'll hang drywall. They'll come back and stucco the outside, and they're going to run a synthetic finish over it. So basically it should be really durable, not like regular stucco that will get wet and show marks and peel off. The synthetic has something in it that is a lot more durable. So it's a little more expensive, but it's one of those things that you get to do one time the right way, and it was, I think, worth it. So we'll get everything knocked out. Move-in date is, we're hoping with our fingers crossed that everything goes well, will be March 15th. Would be nice to get the certificate of occupancy. Then we kick that thing down the road. We paid $2,000 for it, so we'll probably end up selling it for $2,000 with the mini split. Somebody else can live in it if they need to, and we will move on in life and have a house. And then all this property that you see here, that container will eventually be a garage. That shed will be gone because it's ugly. I'll build 2 carports on the side of the shipping container, and that will be my garage and utility storage. Down here we're going to do all of the growing because it's kind of protected from the wind being down this grade. It's kind of in its own pocket. Right over here on the other side of this hill, I want to do I'd like to do the chicken house there and all the animals right there, and have a fenced area with like fodder and grass and stuff that they can peck and eat all the natural growing things. But eventually our property line ends there now. We used to own that, but we sold it, so our property line ends here. I'd like to fence this all, line it with trees, and then start doing a bunch of growing here and start being self-sufficient out here. So hope you enjoyed it.